Marshal tonight.
Yeah! Murigo Erako! Yeah. It's a great day. Izwa Raganaka Nasi and Izwa Rinofadza. For me personally, this is a dream come true. My name is Marshal Shonai. Pa FIWA, pa Machipisa, pa engineering, pa Zoloro, pa Kenan Western, pa Ghetto. And I didn't get the way Ghetto. What we are saying, guys, this is not about politics. It's about the people. It's about ideas. Let's fix our city. Let's clean up our city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marshal. Right. We're now going to ask Ward 30 Glenview. Ward 30 Glenview. Tinashe Prosper. Kufa Gutizwi.
Maghetto Yuti Murigo Ere! Sunshine City Murigo Ere! Harare Murigo Ere! My name is Tinashe Prosper Kufa Gutizwi, and I'm representing Ward 30, and that is Glenview, that's Glenview 3, Glenview 8, and part of Glenora. Thank you very much for coming. Maghetto is Murigo Ere!
Okay, we know. Selector Kashinzwa. Right. So those are your candidates, your independent candidates for the different wards. We will be announcing more of them as we go along. But these are your first batch. Whenever you are in your ward, look out for them. Ask them questions, speak to them, support them. Now, I want to share a quick story with you before I ask their spokesman to come up and speak for us. I remember that when the trouble with water, clean water, began, I went to visit Morton Jeffries. And when I went to visit Morton Jeffries, I just wanted to educate myself what the problems were. And when I got there, if you've ever been to Morton Jeffries, you will find that there's different. But there was this old man who was there who was possibly approaching 80. And he was the guy that was in charge of putting the chemicals in. Now each pump had a cylinder where it was measured a long time ago that you put the chemical in there, you put the chlorine in there in each cylinder, and then you open the water goes through, it picks up the chlorine and goes into the reservoir. Well, the cylinders had since broken a long time before that. So what this Mujara was doing, he would walk up to the front of each one of those cylinders, pick up his bag of chlorine, and he'd pour it, and then step back. And I asked him, I said, Mujara, so explain to me, measurement, because I'm what are you saying? 25 years, 25 years. How much here? But this is what we're talking about, where when we go away from the systems that we need to use and we start using the human eye or the human brain, we then fall short. Can you imagine if these guys are running your council? They can get on Facebook or Twitter and get the information they're looking for just like that. Inini, I'd have to get on the telegraph or something like that, because that's where I'm coming from. Let us support these young people. Let us put them in places where they can make a difference. With that, I'd like to ask the official spokesman for POVO, People's Own Voice, Mr. Ivan Mawarire, to come up and say a few words to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can be seated. Ndinotenda shukuru nekuya kwa maita. Thank you so much for coming out today. I'm going to share just a few pointers to give you an idea. Kuti tingobatsana kuti zvino POVO indei yabvepi inodei. Zvikanzi nevamwe yadi yaenda kunobatana nevamwe. Ko POVO ndo inoenda kunobatana nevamwe ngati vanhu ndo vanouya kuPOVO. Saka regai timbobatsirana. Fellow residents of Harare and citizens of Zimbabwe, thank you for coming today to witness the launch of a new idea for our city and nation. It is an idea born out of the deep desire to serve the people of our city and help bring Harare back to the status of being Sunshine City. Pfungwa yamuri kuona pano nonzi POVO yakazvarwa nevanhu vanga vaona kuti aiwa tinoda kubatsirana kuti guta redu ridzoke zvekare pakudadisa nepakupenya. People's Own Voice is an initiative that brings together independent candidates to contest in a concerted effort for council elections in the upcoming 2018 elections. We are not a party. We are independents who have decided to share ideas, resources, and a campaign platform. Kana tichida politics dzinobudirira dzinoti nyika ifambire mberi, ngatidzidzei kuti vanhu tinobatana. Ours is not a mudslinging platform to existing players, but a credible alternative for the residents of the city for better service delivery.
Hallelujah!
Amumbotinzwa tichishauda tichituka mamwe makandidates nekuti hazvizo zvinogadzira nyika. Isusu basa redu nderekugadzira mapoto, mabhini atorwe, mvura yakachena iuye mudzimba. There is no excuse in 2018 that bins and refuse are still not collected properly the way they should be. Mukaona tatadza kutakura mabhini, then taane problem naiga. Standing with me today are young, competent, capable, dynamic, patriotic Zimbabweans. Vakangwara, vakachangamuka, vakadzidza, vanerudo nenyika yavo. And all they want to do is to contribute to a better Zimbabwe, starting with better run and better maintained communities. There is not a single person in this city, no matter your beliefs or affiliations, who does not agree that Harare, just like Zimbabwe as a whole, can be run better. I think TSF hapana munhu asingazvibvume kuti guta rinoendeka aiwa zvinokwanisa kugona kunaka kupfuura zvazvakaita. Ndizvo here kana pane varipo vari kuti zviri kunakidza zvazvakaita here? I know that this can be a better city. And so before you today is part of that solution. So what are the ideas that we are proposing? Pfungwa dzatiri kuunza ndedzipiko? Chekutanga, some of the things that we are going to do, the city road network. Under POVO leadership, the road network of the city will be refurbished and maintained to provide safe roads, and that necessitates the efficient movement of people and goods in a way that promotes economic growth and development. A second thing is our public spaces and recreational facilities like this Harare Gardens. This will be expanded, and these will also be built so that they are world-class and safe. Tichavaka zvekare kana kudzosa malibrary atinawo. Malibrary akawanda avharwa, amwe angogara asisina kana chaari kubatsira. Asi vakawanda vedu vakura ndiwo matakadzidzira. Malibrary edu anofanira kuvhurwa zvekare. We want to ensure the protection of wetlands and natural resources. At the heart of the POVO mandate is the protection of the city's wetlands and water bodies. Kana iri mvura yakachena vadikana ipapa hatiregerani. Azviite. Hatingamboti izo mvura inoti musewage neiri kubuda mutebvu zvakafanana, ipapa hapana negotiation. We can't, hazvitoiti izvozvo. Saka, we will embark on a campaign to expose and bring justice to the city of Harare, corruption and mismanagement that has led to construction on wetlands and cultivation of crops on wetlands, all of which are damaging the natural ecosystem and hydrological cycle of Harare. Further, POVO will create new legislation in partnership with other branches of government, as well as ensuring existing environmental laws are enforced. We will ensure that more water bodies are constructed so that there is enough water for everyone. Can you believe that there are places in Harare that haven't had water for 15 years? 15 years, and it's not Harare. Aiwa, ngakushike mvura. Kumwe kwacho mapaipi ariko arikuda kungoreplacewa. Ameno kuti chinonetsa chii ipapo kuti mapaipi areplacewe. Isu tiri kuti POVO inozvikwanisa, inozvigona uye ichazviita. Street lighting. POVO will expand solar street lighting to local streets, public spaces, and community centers, ensuring that they stay accessible to the public and are safe at night. Zuva recharge ngati say solar technology yafamba zvinhu zvakuitika zvakuendeka. Smart connected city. POVO intends to gradually transform Harare into a smart connected city with many areas where residents and those in Harare can access Wi-Fi, and small businesses can also use Wi-Fi, as well as many individuals can access free Wi-Fi in the residential areas. Why can't we have free Wi-Fi in areas like Kwadzana, in areas like Glenview and Glenora, at the City Council offices, at our library, so that our young people and those that are there can access Wi-Fi here? Wi-Fi aise vanhu vane mari chete. Generation yedu inoziva kuti Wi-Fi ndeye munhu wese. In fact, it's a right. Affordable housing. POVO leadership in partnership with other government departments and the private sector will provide more residents of local authorities with affordable homes on a rent-to-buy basis. This would increase home ownership in communities, thereby driving wealth creation. Atingati izvo makore edu isusu atinawo nanhasi ndatadza kutenga imba. Ana baba vedu vakatenga dzimba vane makore 2022. Even munguva yaSmith iyo zvichinetsa vakadzitenga. Kana taa munguva yedu isusu vanhu vatema tinotadza kudzitenga sei dzimba idzodzo. We must change that. Audit of the city of Harare. Following the successful election of POVO councillors to the City Council, POVO councillors will initiate an audit of the entire city of Harare accounts and assets to unearth corporate governance issues such as unnecessary expenditures, misallocation of resources, corruption, and abuse of city resources. There will also be a land audit to make sure that the land that has been stolen corruptly is returned to the city and correctly allocated. When it comes to fraud and corruption, People's Own Voice will have zero tolerance towards corruption and fraud. Atina zvekuye zvekuti hanzi imbompai chanzi kana watobatwa waba kana kuti wabira vanhu taakutodhila newe ipapo. takatonzwa kuti ku Highfield kune mushandi wekanzuro ariko anonzi Muzenda anoita basa rekuti izvo kana vanhu vakaramba kumupa chiwoko muhomwe anosvikodzima mvura iyoyo. Varipo vanhu vacho handisiri ndadaro chavanoregerwa vanhu vakadaro vachishandira kanzuro chi ikoko ndo kunonzi kumbunyikidza mugari wemuHarare. Hatisi kuzvida izvozvo. Improved city planning. POVO councillors will oversee a better approach and execution of city planning and development. Kwete zvekungoti pese pese bvuru aiwa ngatiplanei kuti panovakwa ndepapi patsingavakwe ndepapi. Ngatiplaneiwo zvinopfuurawo 2 kana 3 years zvinoendawo 10 20 50 years kumberi nekuti guta redu riri kukura. Our vendors, there are vendors in every major world-class city. Azvinakutanga muHarare chete. Informal businesses and vendors in Harare need to be supported better and to be organized better. City Council can organize our informal traders and vendors better, and we will work to ensure that that is done. We want to make sure as POVO, finally, the last 2, free maternal health and child care. In line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, pregnant women and children below the age of 5 should receive from the City Council free health care. There are ways to make that happen. Education, finally. POVO will prioritize the expansion of early child development centers in every neighborhood to ensure that all infants have access to ECD within their community, as opposed to the current situation where mothers must travel with small children across the town to access affordable ECDs. POVO aims to improve and increase the number of municipal schools as well as the quality of facilities available to our students. In conclusion, we are here today to start a new journey in building our nation. There are more coming to join us as we reach out, and there are more who are reaching out to us. Nobody has the exclusive right to elected office, and because of that, we will not accept any intimidation from anyone or any establishment that believes that they are entitled to our public offices. Hakuna achatityisidzira kuti hamubvumidzwi kukwikwidzwa pama-elections nekuti sokutaura kwandamboita hapana munhu akawerengerwa pasiti. Every 5 years tese tinosumuka pamasita tinenge takasarudzwa posarudzwa vamwe. POVO yaramba. We want to work together with others, and that starts with the acceptance that we are all in it to build a better nation. The people of our nation must be allowed to engage the best ideas for the best future. Let me invite you, the residents of Harare, to join us on this unlikeliest journey of bringing development and progress to our nation. Our generation will not back down from uniting and making the impossible possible. It's the people's time. So kuisikati sabantu yaba nguva ye POVO. Thank you for coming, and God bless you.
Let's put our hands together again for Ivan Mawarila, who is the spokesman of the independent group of councillors. Just speaking on behalf of the church, it saddens me that we have always said that in our nation, we have 80% of our nation who are Christians. And if our nation is 80% Christian, or 80% people that follow God, does that then mean that the mess that we're in right now tells us that the 20% are praying harder to who they pray to than who we pray to? Why are we failing as a nation to heed the simple principle, godly principles of running organizations that don't belong to us. Organizations that belong to the people. This is where the challenge is. And the challenge says that, as Ivan was talking about corruption, when corruption occurs, there's two people or more that are involved in that corrupt activity. We pray that what will happen is that not only will these independent individuals resist the approaches of corrupt people, but that people who want to indulge in the corruption, who want to approach councillors and executive people in council, will desist from that. So we support all and everybody who wants to run the councils and the wards in a transparent and in dignity when they're running the wards. We want to thank everybody for your support and your effort to root out those ones that want to use councils as their own backyards where they can spend and take. We refuse that. So at this time I want to ask Mr. Stan Rwadza, who is the chairman of the National Vendors Union of Zimbabwe and chairman of the informal economy, to come forward and give us a few moments just of his support solidarity speech.
Makadi Zimbabwe, Makadi Harare. Ndinotenda kukokwa pa launch POVO. The truth of the matter is that it's a new dawn, and it's a new dawn for all of us. Tiriku realize pano kuti Zimbabwe yakuda voice nema citizens. And this is a correct perspective, and the initiative is spot on. Zimbabwe requires citizen voice, and that voice is now, and that voice is here. We speak of this with authority, not from persuasion. One, because Zimbabwean politics zaka dominatwa ne big brother mentality, zaka dominatwa ne vanhu vasingade kuona vamwe vanhu vachitungamira. So this initiative is spot on, and I commend, respect, and thank the leadership and organizers of this platform. Chandikukumbira ndechekuti leadership POVO be the true leadership yevanhu, and be the voice of the people in truth and in truth. Zimbabwe belongs to the citizens of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe does not belong to a few elite individuals who fight for power, who think that power is everything, than ensuring that they respect the people that vote them into power. So, kumbira kuti ite uphold and respect servant leadership. Mugone kuita uphold servant leadership. Ndida kuditaure zvakare kuti POVO, this initiative yatimutsira dzimwe pfungwa dzekuti from today onwards continue to speak about respecting the social contract between the local authorities and residents. And therefore the government of Zimbabwe will also learn from you that they will respect the social contract between the government of Zimbabwe and its people. National Vendors Union aitwe on a political formation. aitwe own an elite group of people. You sell your manifestos zinonzwisisika, we will vote for you. Going forward, ndikuda kuti nditi the coalition itself, it's a sober process yaitwa nemi vatungamiri vayo. Nokuti the one thing that surprised me, ndekuti you hear these coalitions in politics, they don't speak about citizens, they don't speak about people to be part of their coalition. And I'm also very pleased that I have not been taken so far. National Vendors Union is the biggest institution representing informal economy workers. But my coalition yense politics apana vati vatitora. So tinokumbira kuti munogona kutitora. Today is a day that I want to applaud and to declare that the change that we so wish should begin by sober people to discuss Zimbabwean issues in a sober manner, without the wrangle and feeling of fighting for power. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together again for Stan Jorwata. Right, I'd like it this time to call upon Mama Sekai Holland. Mama Sekai Holland, who's a hero of the liberation struggle. She's a human rights campaigner, a founding mother of the MDC, a former Minister of National Healing and Peace and Reconciliation in the GNU, and a recipient of many global peace awards, and a senior citizen of our nation. Gogo, please come forward.
Good afternoon, Harare, and my congratulations to Pastor Mawarire. My presence here and that of my husband, who is claiming that he is not a VIP and is sitting right at the back there. Our presence here is to really make a statement of principle to the young that have decided to really come forward as the middle-class children. I want to start this way. The month of March for us is a very important one. On the first day at university in March 1975, in Australia, I had just come from mission school, and I was thinking I was a very important person because I had won a scholarship to study in Australia. When this young man walked to me and said, now if you need help, I can really help you. And me thinking, God, I've got Form 6. What help do I need? 2 weeks later, I looked for him because I needed help. I couldn't understand the accent. We started being friends in March 1975. And one reason why I'm here, home, and able to do what I do is because I've got a friend, a husband, a loyal critic, and somebody that really loves our country today. The month of March as well is what brought me here. It's the International Women's Month. And I'm wearing the International Women's colors. When I saw the ad, Pastor Mawarire, of the social media, I was struck by that there were women, young women, that were present. And I said to myself, I have to be there. Because what lacks in Zimbabwe is that at no point in our history have we understood that in this country there are two civilizations that push two principles which are fine, and if we followed and understood those, this country would actually be the heaven everybody dreams about. It's the principles of democracy and Ubuntu Betu. Those two principles we live by every day, but we fail to get to understand how to bring them together so that they benefit us, the people. So the month of March, I came here to the girls to say, Sisonke, you must actually stand firm and be appreciating that you are in a different mode of politics. Many women fear joining politics because of the violence that comes with politics. I didn't see any bodyguards here. My husband and I left our car outside. I walked with a friend. He always likes to tease me. He said he wasn't coming. So as I was entering here, he poked me and said, we didn't have bodyguards. So I hope that the process you have started is one where people know that violence-free processes are possible in our country. I really just want to say what has struck me about this. My husband and I, Jim and I, have been involved in starting things as advisors. This is the 6th time we are coming to give solidarity. It is this, that all of them start with 5 principles, values, and beliefs on the goodness of humanity. Those who go to church, those who believe in other religions, know we are created in the image of God, all of us, and therefore we have a certain semblance of equality. Therefore, it is surprising that in the short distance people move, people seem to lose those principles and start doing other things. What our hope is what this will do, Pastor Mawarire. It is really that the young people start to engage in the improvement of people's lives based on the principles and values of Ubuntu, and they truly understand the democratic principles, and that these two are one and the same thing. They've come from 2 different civilizations, reflecting different realities, but in the end they are one. But I would like to congratulate you and to say that for me, the third final thing is that I came because on the day that we were going to Zimbabwe grounds the following day, I was woken up by 2 young professionals who had come back from the diaspora. And I said, where are you? They said, we live near you. I said, okay, come round. They came. They said, we want to meet Pastor Mawarire, but he doesn't answer our phones. So I said, I've never met him, but my grandchildren said, Gogo, last week we told you we were at the Avondale garage, and Pastor Mawarire was taking some videos for his programs. And we went and we talked to him and we took his number. Here it is. So I rang Pastor Mawarire. I said, Pastor, you don't know me. My name is Gogo Holland, and I want you here now. There are people whose phones you are not answering. For sure, he came. He came. What happened that morning was that we got our colleagues from the War Veterans Association, we got people from different community groups to sit down and agree on what was going to happen the next day. The information was taken through the correct channels, and I want to say to Pastor Mawarire, I have not seen this story told, that was one reason why things went so well. The whole thing was not just up to one factor. The young people had a lot to do with what happened there. And I would like to say that's the third reason that I came here. Congratulations. As I say, I don't even vote in Harare. My vote is in Mberegwa, as you know. And my husband being a foreigner, I don't think he has a vote there. But we are here to say, as elderly people, one thing that is missing in Zimbabwe is a group of elders who can go to any political party when they are meeting and say what they like, in terms of getting people to understand that politics and trying to actually better the lives of people, as you're trying to do in a very correct way, are not exclusive to creating hostilities. We must understand that the network of who we are is one, and what you are doing is very important. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gogo Holland. Thank you very much for your kind words. And we wish you well. And hopefully by the time you get down to off the stage, your husband will be sitting right next to you. All right, this time I'd like to ask, we've only got a few more speakers left. I'd like to ask the representatives of the Harare Residents Trust, Mr. Precious Shumba, to come up and give us a few words.
Magadi, Father Zukuru. My name is Precious Shumba. I'm the director of the Harare Residents Trust. I feel honored that I am with you today because Harare has been suffering from incompetent policymakers. We have people who used to struggle to make a living, who have come forward. They have been placed into positions of authority. They are now there to administer a local authority with around 400 million or 500 million budget. And some of the people who have been tasked to be chairpersons of committees have actually proven to be very ignorant about what needs to happen in local authorities. Their focus has been wealth accumulation, taking up residential stays, going out for trips, negotiating deals. But why am I here? The Harare Residents Trust has mandated me to come here and deliver a solidarity message to say to the initiators of this program, this is a milestone in the democratic struggle in Harare. We have 46 wards, currently 33 MDCT, 10 ZANU-PF, 1 independent councillor for Ward 16, Councillor Manjoro, and we have 2 vacancies in Harare. What has been happening is when they reach important decisions or when they are about to make very important decisions, there has been a struggle between the policymakers, the elected representatives of the people, and their party leadership, where they use the whipping system to define what the residents of Harare want, instead of these people going out into the communities for feedback meetings to get the actual views of the people. We have seen through these engagements that the focus of elected councillors and their party chief whips and their party heads of local government are contradictory. The result is that in Harare they have failed to give us a town clerk. Yes. The parties are concerned that they want to place their own crony to run Harare instead of focusing on the competencies of the people to run this important position. So, I believe that you have answered a major call by the citizens of Harare that the time for partisan selection of people is gone.
Yes.
We would want to urge people in Harare, particularly the independent candidates that have been chosen, that have come up, that have volunteered to come forward and advance this cause. You need to be grounded in the issues of the people. You need to be located in the areas that you want to represent. You need to understand that this is not child's play. This is serious business. Harare is the capital city. We are looking forward to having serious citizens representatives engaging the people in their various wards, locating the role of the citizen in all this process. So I am hoping that the conflicts in the political parties, where people are being imposed across the board, councillors, MPs, there have been the 25% retention in Harare. This is an important source of community development initiatives. The 25% in the 46 wards has not consistently been accessed by the councillors. So you would find that most of the revenues are going towards salaries and administration. Harare is not looking for very nice people, but we are not looking for models. We are looking for serious people who are prepared to go out to confront the bureaucrats at townhouse, to bring them down to their place, to make them account for all the money that they receive from the people. Our message as Harare Residents Trust is that, of course, people have volunteered and have said we are independent. The idea is not about being independent as such. The idea is about being competent, being located within these spheres, so that you convey the messages of the people through the council committees up to the full council meeting. If you are unable to influence these processes, you can be very good, but no policy will come out of you. So this calls for serious grassroots mobilization. This calls for serious grassroots activism. I know Linda has been doing some meetings in Arcadia. And the community in Arcadia was there. They are beginning to talk about her presence. What is important? What is important is that as you begin this process, create the street committees that will define that this is a depoliticized space. We do not want people to run with a political agenda and to go back and consult their local government representatives who do not understand local government. Local government is the heart of national socio-economic development. Without a strong policy-making body at a local level, we are still going to have underdevelopment or retarded development as we move forward. So I want to thank you. I want to commend you for this most important step. You have come out in the open. Now you need to reach out. The Harare Residents Trust provides you its 84 structures to come and sell your program, to come and tell them. Be prepared to answer to them. Be prepared to engage them. Thank you. Onward.
Thank you, Precious. You could see I was getting closer and closer, trying to nudge him to wrap up because our light is fading. We would like you guys to get away before it gets too dark. The next speaker I'd like to bring up here is an international visitor, an international part of our coalition, coming out of Kenya. His name is Boniface Mwangi. And Boniface has come specifically to come out and stand in solidarity with our independent candidates. Boniface is a guy that is a photojournalist by trade, but he stood for the elections in the last election, and he's got 1 million followers on Twitter. Boniface, please come forward.
Team Yellow!
Makadi, Indani, Ahoy, Makombe, Ahoy. How are you feeling today? Are you happy? Today is the beginning of change. And I came all the way from Kenya in solidarity with these young, amazing people. You know, it is very easy to complain online and to tweet about what is ailing Harare. But it takes courage to leave your house, to leave your family, to leave your plush job, to leave your ministry and run for office. And so I commend them today. And I'm here to ask all of you to become the disciples of these people. I want you to become their defender in the community. I want you to represent them. I want you to use your voice and become their voice and get them votes. I want you to use your time to knock doors for them. And most importantly, I want you to hit your pocket and support their campaign. It must bring to an end the politics of money, the politics of tribe, and the politics of party. And we must fight for clean politics. These people have volunteered and said, we want to serve Harare. And the best we can do for them is to work for them and work with them until they win. Today is the beginning of a battle. This is very easy to do, to launch a campaign. But to win an election needs each and every one of you. Ahead, you're going to be attacked. Ahead, you'll get enemies and divisions. But I hope that these candidates will remain united, that they'll work together to change Harare. People of Harare and people of Zimbabwe. Kenya had a dictator for 24 years. And for those 24 years, we thought the dictator couldn't leave power. In 2002, the country united and we voted Moi and his party out of power. In this election, your weapon is not your tribe, your weapon is not your money, your weapon is not your locality, your weapon is your vote. That's where the power is. So I'm asking that please, let us have a ballot revolution in Zimbabwe. It is possible. You can all smell change. Things can change in this country. Aren't you tired of bad roads? Yes. No water, yes. No jobs for our young people, yes. Insecurity, bad transport, and you have the solution. Yeah. So the time to complain and whine and tweet and vent is over. Yes. Over. Let us put our voice to the vote. Yes. Don't look at the numbers here. Numbers mean nothing. Don't look at the empty chairs. Don't let them demotivate you. People have to stand from a distance and say, what are they doing? And they see that you're serious about this thing. So my prayer to you tonight, that you are going to work very, very hard to get them elected, and you're going to become the ambassadors. As I conclude, I know that you all love this nation, and you've been very resilient during the dark days of rationing, inflation, no free media, and now you smell a bit of change because of what happened last year in November. But that is not permanent. Yes. Because if you do not take a stand and defend those gains, they will be taken away. Yes. Before elections and before you vote is your honeymoon phase. And I would like you to use your honeymoon phase to get the right people in office. Yes. When the righteous are in office, the people rejoice. When the wicked in power, you suffer. The wicked have been in power for far too long. Yes. And I want you to say, enough! Yeah. I can't hear you, enough! Yeah. Enough! Enough! It is time for change. And that change will come through your vote. We love this country, and our love, our unity, our bond will change Zimbabwe. Ahoy, my comrade, ahoy! Hey! Hey! Change has come in Harare. Thank you.
Put your hands together again for Boniface Mwangi, all the way from Kenya. Thank you, Boniface. And he was at the back there, he was trying to explain to me how you get a million Twitters and a million Twitter followers. And he was trying to start to talk to me about this, a million Twitter followers, and I asked him a simple question. I said, what is Twitter? So you see the difference in these young people and us. All right, we're done with our solidarity speeches. Tembelani is getting ready to come on, but I'm going to ask Ivan to come forward and give us a vote of thanks. Right now, please. Thank you.
I want to note that first and foremost, the residents of Harare for coming out and come on, a big round of applause. If you didn't get a t-shirt here today, I think we've got a t-shirt for everyone. Some of you will get caps as well. But before you go, my brother Tembalami is going to come up and give us a song or two. Where's Tembalami at? I can't see him now. Tembalami, where are you, my brother? All right, he'll probably get here just now. But Tinotenda, thank you so much for being with us. Tinotenda ishukuru nekuya kwa maita. Tinotenda ishukuru nerudo rwenyu. Chitibatsira iwo taakufamba kuenda mberi. Makandidates edu anenge aripo pano vaone vazivei tichibatsirana navo. And pamusoro paizvozvo zvekare tichange tichipinda mumawards mumazuva anoteera mumavhiki anoteera nemacampaigns edu tichibatsirana tichipanana fundo. We'll be educating each other in the wards as we come to start telling everyone what all of this is about. Thank you so much for being with us today. May God bless you. May God do well for you. And may you travel well in all you do. May God bless the wonderful city of Harare. Come on, guys, hold hands across the stage very quickly. And let's give a big bow to these wonderful people here today. All right. And one more time, thank you very much. God bless you. Come on, guys. Thank you. Big round of applause for a wonderful. Thank you.
zvigubhu uchitsvaga vanhu vane mabhoho kuti uwane mvura yekupa vana. Samaika unozvibvunza kuti tichasvika kupi vana ava zvavari kutokura naye. Inini mwana wangu wokutanga mukuru akatotena 8 years. 8 years asati ambovhura tape vanja kumwa mvura. Aiwa ndiri kumba ndakafunga ndikati kwete. Inini Samaika pane zvandokwanisa kuti ndine mhuri. Ndiri kuzama kuti mhuri yangu zvingoita zvakanaka. Asi wobva watarisa waona kuti pauri kuedza kubuda panze apa nevana kuti unoita ngocharovera, unoita ngochaita accident. Koto yakuita kunge pamwe pauda kutoita kana rwizi kana saka ndo zvinhu izvozvo vanzvadzi zvaita kuti ndiite sei ndisimuke. Nekuti vabereki vangu vanondiudza Salisbury yangu yakadai, Salisbury yangu yakadai. Wobva wazvibvunza kuti saka vabereki vangu shuwa vofa vosiya Harare yavaiti hanzi takatarisira zvakanyanya muna 1980 voisiya zvayava izvi. Izvozvo ndo zvaita kuti ndisumuke vanje.
Thanks very much.
We are going to try our best to change. Okay, I don't want to give promises. I would want to try and bring that water. Fix the roads. I want to cut the grass. There's a lot of grass. We want to change it. We're supposed to be the capital of our country. I just feel like we are missing the standard that we need to maintain. So why decide to and not join? Because for me it's about fixing things. It's not about ability, it's not about anything. I thought, wow, so why people that are thinking the same, let's fix the roads. That's our part of the land. Actually, the council in my area is independent, so I am actually following in his steps, and I do believe that I can just so, the council, I think he's great. I've actually found him and spoken to him, and there was a time when I actually had a hearing, and he explained a lot of things to me, and actually happened the water but I think that with me and with the team that I have, we are going to have support our what do you think the vision that you already what is being part of POVO? Being part of POVO and part of people with the same mind. We are all flying and something that we want to bring change. So also working in a team numbers support better than doing by myself.
My clinics here in the woods got to be up to world-class standards. There's no reason why everyone should go to Parenyata whenever there's an issue. Issues should be solved within the wards first and foremost. You can't be going to Parenyata for a broken arm. You can't be going to Parenyata for a flu. Everything should be done within the wards. Then Parenyata is some referral on the issues there. So I think those are my 4 main points I want to bring across. And then of course there's nothing like roads, it's got roads, and that's a citywide issue. We'll try to tackle that as a collective.
Do you have plans for women? Women are not communities.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to come up with gender-sensitive programs like this. Ways in which women can make money within the community. Can I put this on showing up my training centers for Wakati to empower them to be able to make money for themselves. That's also very important aspect of what I'm trying to do.
Do you think you can win?
I believe I can win. I think my best character trait is that I relate to people very well. And I'm somebody who, if you tell me what I want to know, I will make sure I make sure to that's one character trait about myself that I'm really proud of, and I think that's what will win me votes.